the first time, and I am not impressed.
Welcome back to Podcast the Hero.
This is episode 101. I was not prepared for Millsy to be here for this episode.
Oh,
Neither was
yeah.
I.
I never even told either of you that it was...
This episode is brought to you by Cornbot. Now, I want both of you to close your eyes and imagine it's dusk in the farmlands of Iowa. The corn stalks stretch as far as the eye can see. You hear the droning beep of a pack of wild cornbots.
Millsy's actually got his eyes closed.
Evening air. What if that was real? What if cornbots just ran around cornfields in the wild, just little cornbots?
Sorry, Fritzy. I fucking absolutely shit on your punchline.
It's okay.
This
episode is also brought to you by our patrons. I let the t-shirt contest go on for way too long. It ends next week.
Oh, really?
I'm done with it.
Is that a
This has been
username, or
going
are
on
you
for
saying
like
that?
6 weeks.
Is that a username, or are you saying that?
No, I'm just saying it.
Is that
It's over.
more username?
I haven't started the usernames yet.
Oh my God, is this the
genius.
best username?
Fuck.
Imagine someone won the contest because they fucking...
The whole first 15 minutes of the podcast is just one username.
Yeah, one dude's username yammering on about how the contest is over.
Okay, here we go. You ready for the names?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm peeking a little bit. It's fine. Jaggy isn't really interested in the t-shirt. They just wanted me to keep talking about the creatures in my poop chute. Huff my butt.
Okay.
If I don't meet Rhodey and Fritzy in person in 2025, then my disappointment will be immeasurable and my year will be ruined.
That's crazy.
You guys better go on tour, I guess. Mitch?
We're gonna.
I'm still upset from the Charlotte show when Rhodey said, come on you instead of come anew. And
I did do that.
oh my God. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Dimitri.
Oh my God, it
tonight,
stops
pickle
there?
guy.
That is so frustrating. Whoa.
Maddie G, Allie, Benjamin, Taylor. Hey, Rhodey, knock, knock.
Who's there?
I eat mop.
Yeah, you do. You do eat mop.
Dude.
I knew you eat mop.
Jake, Bob, Josh, if this were a wet t-shirt contest, I'd win.
Does that person have a wet t-shirt?
Progtoff, Rhodey, and we are nothing without the thousands of voices that make the choir, with nothing without the thousands of voices that...
But
This one says...
Millsy, do you got enough bag?
Oh, I got so much bag.
Okay.
This one says... Butthole!
Okay.
Clear
It said
winner.
shout with torque.
Shout with torque. Like you have
Gooch
to kind of
smooch.
oscillate. Gooch smooch, I like.
Smooch. Foolish Bale. Hey guys, Brian from A Wilhelm Scream here. I don't know if my invite got lost in the mail, but I'd love to be on the pod sometime.
Okay, do you have enough bag?
Yeah, I got plenty of bag.
Okay,
I'm worried
cool.
about you. We're just two bean boys.
Yeah, that's it.
No, I'm not. Yes, no. Yes, no. I cannot be. No. Yes, I'd be a Newfoundlander. Bye.
Oh, so
Mhm.
that person. I saw someone asking on the Discord if somebody wanted to come together.
That was pretty good. Spitgoth, yo, absolutely the best podcast, a work in progress. Hello, Mr. Walker. I was hoping to contact you via this website. I'm a fellow parent at your son's school, and we're very concerned.
Fuck.
I won't ever beat the antidepressant Patreon name from last week, Sebastodon.
I remember that.
Before I read any more Patreon names, I just have to say the Human Centipede is the greatest piece of cinema ever created.
I've never seen
Okay,
it.
now
No, me neither. It's too disturbing.
Yeah.
my antidepressants make me unable to come. Please give me a t-shirt so I don't feel as bad.
You know what? But what would you do with a t-shirt? You obviously
can't
not
come
come
in it.
on it.
Yeah.
No t-shirt for that person.
Is the result of a spray fart, pegged position in search for the poop. Rob the Anti-Human, Hank Chill.
Okay.
Patreon username server error X15435J. Semen reference limit exceeded.
That's a coding joke, is it?
Yeah, that's very good.
I don't get it.
Adrian from Baltimore. Hi, Adrian. We love you.
Is that the username or?
Yep.
Oh,
That's the whole username.
These are really creative.
Yeah.
Fire fee, a common thread. My butthole is red. Zane, Rhodey loves my dink. Abortions are evictions for non-paying tenants.
Oh, cool.
Hold on. Am I imagining things, or is this name in Klingon? Jafdur.
I feel like we should translate that.
Yeah.
No. Hold on.
Oh, geez.
How does
he
one
has
spell
a
it?
Klingon dictionary, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would be shocked if he didn't.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned about how you actually spell that.
I mean,
Well, I feel like a copy paste.
I
would
feel
be
like
easier.
they wrote it in Klingon.
Yeah, using a translator.
Are you ready?
But we got that fucking Klingon dictionary
No,
right
they
here.
didn't write it.
I fucking knew you did.
They didn't write it? What?
No, you want me to spell it for you?
Yeah.
Okay, it's CHUS.
See? Oh my god, it's in alphabetized by English. CHAW. We need it alphabetized the other way.
All right, hang on. We'll Google.
As much as I appreciate the Klingon dictionary, is that what that is?
That's right.
Wait, official guide to Klingon. Gotcha. I feel like Google will do this quicker.
HUS. I bet it's in the phrases somewhere. Because there is just like a bunch of phrases. You see?
Mm.
So here you have Hilja. Yes. Gobe. No. Let's find the CHUS.
Google is coming up with nothing. So let's see if there's a translator.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
On the other side now. Sorry, what was the
It translates to "He will not be forgotten."
Oh. Ha. He will.
Yeah, immediately. I'm moving on to the next name. Tune in next week for our very special guest, Scouty. That's right. Mushy's been asking for years now, and it's finally happening. Zach? Okay, Rhodey, now it's time. It's joke time. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Cage Pandas, Cornman, Jeffrey, Mason,
It's a lot of people.
TBJ, Yuri. Hang on a minute, cheese. My butt cream just got delivered. I got to go grab it before someone steals it. I'll edit this out later. Ashlyn and High Tops.
We're going to get less and less comfortable as this episode goes.
What? Like on the back?
Just we're going to be closer to the ground.
I really want your shoulders to be touching.
We can do that.
Yeah, get close.
That's easy.
This is a sitcom ad.
We need to point, I think we need to point the camera down a little bit.
Okay.
So much ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Now it's cozy.
Yeah.
I really like it when it's really like crotch, like
Crotch
to
forward,
the front.
yeah.
Whose?
Crotch forward.
Yeah, who'd you have in mind?
Well, I don't care. Any crotch.
Any
I just
crotch will do?
crotches.
Whoa.
So
That's a very specific joke that you can either get or not get. Milan clearly got. I think
didn't.
Fritzy
It
got.
just made me laugh.
Oh, you didn't get it?
No.
It's from Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Oh, okay.
So the joke was, any crotch will do. You thought you were a musical guy.
Yeah, not for Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Oh, you're too good for Donny Osmond?
No, I mean, I saw it live once and I just didn't particularly like it.
Nobody likes it. We're going to be like laying down at the end of this.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I hope so. When this episode is released, it's Inauguration Day.
Ooh.
Great.
in the United States.
Pretty cool. It's cool for everyone the world over, isn't it?
So stoked.
It's super dope for everybody, I'm sure. He's going to take the oath of office to become the 47th president of the United States, ushering in 4 more years of danger, unease, and ineptitude.
Yep.
How quickly Americans forgot what a disaster his first presidency was and decided to give him a second go at burning the entire thing to the ground. In honor of this moment, we're going to break down Rivet from Palimpsest.
Yeah. I think some Americans didn't forget. I think they don't believe his first term was bad.
That's true.
And despite the fact that your economy is like doing pretty freaking good right now, they don't believe that Joe Biden is doing anything positive whatsoever.
Yeah.
He's doing lots of bad.
It's from propaganda. It's real good propaganda.
Like,
they're getting good. They're getting real good at it.
So, like, obviously, it seemed like to the rest of the world, I'm assuming, like a bit of a shit show. It definitely seemed like that here. Messy. Like, I just stayed off the internet to just avoid him and the news for a while, and I can't wait to do it again.
Yeah.
From your end, was it that chaotic?
It was pretty chaotic. It was also kind of stunning, to be honest. I think, like, people like me, I think, had a sense of we just might make it out of this thing.
Right.
We might just be able to avoid the nightmare that it seems so obvious to us.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it didn't happen, and it didn't happen in like a major way, it was like, oh, fuck. We're a lot more fucked than we thought.
Right.
And then I went on a very similar thing where I went and just went, political accounts removed from social media. I can't.
Yeah.
I just have to like hide in my bunker and hide from the world for the next few years.
Yeah.
Scout is fucking losing her mind, by the way.
Yeah, we hear.
She's just ridiculous. I don't know what she's barking at either.
She knows that she's supposed to be the co-host this week.
She's supposed to be on this episode. There's a saying, twice is coincidence and 3 times is a pattern, right? Like once is just whatever, twice coincidence, 3 times is a pattern. Pacific Myth ended with a contextual explanation of the rest of the record at the end. Palimpsest ended with a contextual conclusion to the album's thesis statement.
Yeah.
Right? What's going to happen on the new stuff?
Obviously the same.
Okay, good. And here's why. As a dum-dum, I really appreciate this. I really do.
Just when
I'm not smart enough to figure all of these things out. And I also can't be bothered to look up any of the information on Wikipedia. So I need you to explain it to me at the end so that I know what I was hearing and what to think.
I do like to make sure that people fucking understand exactly what I'm saying. I do not want to leave things up to interpretation in any way.
Yeah, because people interpret things in the wrong way.
That's right. Like the Bible.
Yeah.
Some people use it for good.
How did you learn about Brother Can You Spare a Dime? Like, is that something you knew before getting into this song?
Yeah.
Or is it something that, like, so you were aware of it?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I was not.
No?
No.
It's like a fucking classic. You know what I mean?
Well,
but I
don't think a lot of people, especially in like my age group and younger, are listening to, you know, Great Depression era popular hits.
Yeah, but you have like grandparents.
Nobody's tuning into the 1930s station on Sirius XM.
Maybe we should.
Yeah, like we have a lot of things that are like left over from the Depression era. Milena and I had meatloaf for dinner.
Meatloaf is good.
Meatloaf is good, but it's distinctly Depression era food.
As we also discovered, or as Cheese pointed out, it is just one giant meatball.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a big meatball.
This is the big meatball.
But yeah, I don't know. Like it's a song that's been around for a long time, and I also would say because of Palimpsest, I had like immersed myself in this very specific time period of American history, and like was just like sucking up all sorts of information. So it's sort of a chicken or an egg situation, and I'm uncertain of the true answer. Like, was I aware of it? Maybe. If I was a lot more aware of it when it came time to write Rivet.
Do you have to pay Harburg and Gorney royalties on that?
No, I actually did look that up.
You gotta.
Like, I was just like, can I use this? Like, is this fucking
Public domain.
public domain? And I believe it is. Or I went, nobody's going to hear my fucking super obscure progressive metal band, so who cares? I'm hoping that I looked it up and it was royalty free.
I'm sure it was. I mean,
When do things lose their copyright and become public?
yeah,
It's like
it should be
50
like
years or
it's-
something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's more than I think it's 75 years, maybe.
You're probably fine.
But then,
Yeah.
like, thing is, people can buy it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So,
And extend it and stuff like Happy Birthday is still copyrighted.
yeah, by Gene Simmons.
No.
I
Yeah.
thought Michael Jackson had it.
No, Michael Jackson copyright the fucking Beatles catalog
Oh,
on the advice of Sir Paul McCartney. He was like telling him about like a good way to like invest your money and like turn it into more money. He was like, oh, you can actually like purchase songs that like the fucking shit is run up on. And he purchased the Beatles catalog. Or that's at least what I've been told to believe.
Oh man.
Ugh.
So I think the reason America is in its descent.
Mhm.
Like we hit apex and we're now right. The American experiment is this way now.
Yes.
The down slope. And I think it's
Late stage capitalism.
yeah, but I think it's for the same reason that like the world won't do anything to fix climate change.
Mm.
And it's sort of that thing like if you throw a frog in a pot of boiling water, it's just going to jump out.
Yeah.
But if you put it in just regular water and then heat it slowly, right?
Yeah.
Then it just dies.
I think,
It'll
yeah,
die.
it sits there and it dies and it just slowly
Yeah.
boils to death. I think that
Yeah.
analogy is apt for a lot of different things in relation to American culture.
Yeah.
Western culture.
It's the normalizing, right?
Mhm.
It's the
And like that's
when fucked up things become what is the
when
propaganda?
fucked up things become ordinary people do fucked up things when fucked up things become ordinary.
Right.
But yeah, like that's Trump's whole fucking MO. Like all this shit that he's doing right now, like joking about Canada's the 51st state. He's like a couple jokes, and then all of a sudden it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is Canada gonna be the 51st state?
That's
I
the
really
most
hope
annoying
not.
thing about it is that it's just like everything that guy says, you can kind of rationalize and being like, oh, he's trying to draw attention to other things or away from other things. But then every once in a while he might actually act on it. So you're kind of just left at like bewildered all the time or expecting something. And that's exhausting. And like, it's interesting you said the boiled frog analogy, because I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm obviously not in your position being an American, but from what I can see, it doesn't really seem like it's boiled frog as much as it is just kind of like on the point of giving up. It's like the fact that this happened again is crazy and people are exhausted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As opposed to like, oh, this just happens. It's like, well, now we're accepting the fact that insane stuff like this can happen, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the normalization. So it's like the boiled frog, right, is able to get used to the heat.
Yeah.
And that higher heat becomes normal until it's too much. And I think Americans are essentially like the pace of the change is such that we get used to fucked up stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and social media and stuff like that make us get desensitized to fucked up stuff even faster.
Yeah.
And so the rate of change can happen faster. And so we're seeing things like, in my lifetime, the party that was like anti-government is now the party that is like, we would like a dictator. We want the national government to run everything.
Right.
But they
Right,
also
like-
they don't know that that's what they're fucking voting for. Like, they think they're voting for small government. They think they're voting for correct control. But what they're voting for is the government in everyone's pants.
I also said the Disneyfication of history. You called this out about this particular song. It's ironic now that like Disney is now the like in the crosshairs of the right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the right really wants the Disneyfication of history, right? They want to rewrite history, whitewash it, get rid of like, oh, we don't need to teach the history of slavery in this country. We don't need gender studies. We don't need, women's studies. We don't need any of this stuff. And now Disney is in the crosshairs because they're part of the woke mind virus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought Elon
You know
killed
what I mean?
that, as he so declared the other day.
Did he declare that the
He
woke mind
declared
virus
he
was dead?
defeated it. Yeah, he did.
Oh, good. Well, good. I'm glad that's all fixed, I guess.
And the smartest people in the world are fucking joking. They're joking. Like, here's the thing. I want to call Elon Musk a fucking moron, a stupid asshole, an idiot. And like, he is, but you have to be very careful because he kind of wants you to think he's an idiot.
Yeah.
So that he can do sneaky things like, oh, I'm going to lose a bunch of money on Twitter, but then I'm going to use it to fucking absolutely affect the outcome of the election.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to use it to spread misinformation and affect the fucking results. And it's like, oh, maybe he is really smart. But what he also is a fucking loser.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? He could be very smart, but he's a fucking loser. Like, what's his fucking alias's name?
Adrian Dittman.
Thank you so much.
Wait, he has an alias?
Oh,
Oh,
God, dude. It's so embarrassing.
He was caught basically with a voice changer on Twitter and then had an alt account called Adrian Dittman. And he like reassures himself as like a father, being a good father by commenting on his own posts under an alias.
It's literally like, you're such a good father. Oh my, like he's saying this shit to himself, who everybody knows is a shitty father.
Yeah.
And then he has like finally come out like he thinks he's fucking Iron Man and been like, it's time I revealed it to the world. I am Adrian Dittman.
Yeah, which he said after people like just deduced that it was him because they like analyzed the rhythm of his laugh from the voice changer. And then he was just like, who do you think I am? And then they were like, you're Elon Musk. And he was like, you guys are fucking idiots. He just kind of like lost it at them. And a week later, he just goes, it's time to reveal that I am Adrian Dittman.
And there was a collective, we know.
I spend zero time on Twitter or paying attention to Elon Musk. It's gotten to the point where like I can't.
Sometimes you should pay attention to him being a fucking loser. Just so you got a little fodder to go, you know what? Fuck him. He might be smart, but he is a fucking sack of shit.
He's a bad person.
Oh, God, yes.
Like he's smart. He's got like these wild ideas that you wish were like altruistic.
I don't even think
But
there
he-
is.
No.
He's just Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he is.
No, because Lex Luthor actually like made a bunch of shit. Elon
Well,
Musk
he-
is just like investing in other people's good
Yeah,
ideas
true.
and then like claiming them as his own.
Truth. I have this.
Oh,
that's a copy of this.
Look at that.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
What's it
looks
say
like
right at the top?
Don't fight the Disney.
Oh. Mine doesn't say that. It says edema in the,
It says edema in the margin.
in the margin.
Yeah. Oh, there it
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
fight
yeah.
Disney. Yeah.
Don't fight the Disney. Yeah. Because that was the working title for the song.
I have a question. The
Mhm.
first note you make to yourself is Jeff Daniels' newsroom speech is kind of bullshit. Elegant, powerful bullshit.
Yeah.
Why?
It is.
I mean, it's just essentially true, but it doesn't do anything or like.
I don't know. I think it's just, I can't even remember what the fucking speech is, but like the idea is that it's like, it was this like really elegant fucking thing that he put out and people were like inspired by it. And it was like, it's fiction. It's a work of fiction. Nobody's
True.
inspired by this kind of fucking thing in the real world. You're just pretending to be fucking inspired by it while voting for the exact opposite.
True. That is true.
You know?
That is true. I saw it and I thought it was a really great way to start a series.
Yeah.
Um,
It's powerful. I said
yeah,
powerful.
It's,
Doesn't it say powerful in there?
yeah, it does. Elegant, powerful bullshit. It's also like, I think, especially
too, right?
in
It's me.
America,
Yeah.
where, and it's gotten worse since that show came out. The American exceptionalism
Mm.
is now like a personality type.
Yeah.
On the right, like there's like half our country who just like their entire personality is America is the best.
That's always been that way, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, but it's gotten worse and worse.
I think there was
like
a
you could
time when
you-
there was more people that were of that opinion, but less like fervent about it. You know what I mean? Like now
Yeah.
it's like the most ignorant people on earth are like, America's the best, but like number 21 in reading. You know, but
yeah,
they'll kill you if you say otherwise.
right.
And maybe it's always been that way, but I think it was more vast. And now it seems like it's like localized to a very specific subset of
Yes.
radicals.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like when I was a kid, growing up during the Cold War,
Mm-hmm.
there, yes, I am that old.
He's not joking.
I'm not. Look how great everything is. I'm old. Like the Berlin Wall came down. I was what?
40.
46? 46? No. But I mean, I was old enough to be watching it on TV and knowing exactly what was happening.
Did you know who David Hasselhoff was?
Oh yeah.
Were you singing along with his fucking stupid ass?
No. But I knew who he was because Baywatch.
Yeah, the greatest show ever.
Yeah. But like, so at that time, like, I don't think there was ever a question. I don't think anybody ever talked about that, like, America just wasn't the best. But we didn't like express it. We didn't like go around saying, yeah, America, we're number one.
But it was kind of true.
But it was also like just a given, sort of. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
y'all were like the developed world.
yeah.
And
And
we were
then-
your little fucking cousin that was like, had some boogers.
We didn't know who Canada was. Are you serious?
Actually, question when it comes to that kind of like American patriotism, or what was the term you used before?
Exceptionalism.
Exceptionalism, yeah. Like I've often heard that when, like, let's say, immigrants, when they were more welcome in America, were they were just. I guess the general feeling was once you come to America, you become un-American.
Yeah.
And I've always been kind of curious about that because, like, over here in other parts of the world, they're just like, oh, you just like practice your culture, and then you become like something Canadian or something American. And
Right.
I guess, is it like the expectation, or was the expectation for people to adapt to like the culture of America, or was it like you practice your culture but you're still considered an American? I've never really
It
got
changed.
my okay.
It has changed during my lifetime.
Mhm.
So like
Interesting.
for example, like immersion language classes when I was a kid, like for immigrants that would come to this country, Spanish speakers or even like Chinese speakers, Japanese speakers and stuff like that. There were schools and classes and stuff where like their mother tongue was the language spoken in that class, and it wasn't a thing. Like nobody cared. Like that was just like, yeah, of course you would have if you have a lot of Hispanic speakers in your community, you'd have classes in Spanish. I mean, that just makes sense.
Right.
And that has changed in my lifetime where it has become like, learn English.
Yeah.
This is America.
But like, at what point does that
changed
start in history? That's what I'm confused about. Like,
at what point does it like crawl out of the fucking the rural areas? You know what I mean? Because it was there, but just it was people were like ashamed of it. Little fucking
honestly, I think Obama, like the Obama administration, when like it started to become okay to question his candidacy based on his race. Like people started to get,
and who was doing that?
Who was doing that? Donald Trump.
Right.
So
you're saying it's Obama's fault?
No, yes, 100%. But no, I'm saying it's that's when it started. Like that's at least when I started to notice that, like, man, there's a lot of white people being real racist.
Yeah, like backing this kind of shit.
Yeah. Like, what is that? Like, because society had been like, if you felt that way, you were shamed into not saying anything.
Right.
So it was sort of tamped down
because the whole world was just kind of being like, "Hey, that shit is wrong."
Right.
Because it is.
Right. and then
all
kind
of a
of
sudden,
leading up to Obama's presidency, people started to get a little more comfortable being outwardly, openly racist.
He's gotten emboldened.
And then when Trump came along, it was just like fucking everybody and their brother like was running out in town with Klan hoods, essentially.
Yeah. I'm not sure the Klan hoods ever fully went away.
No, they just changed their name.
Yeah.
It's called the Heritage Foundation.
I was going to say police.
Yeah. It's police dudes in helmets with darked out shield.
I kind of think it's just the police, full stop.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I have the same question under a different context, though.
Sure.
Which is like when people say like that they are American, they're true American. What year does that actually, like, when does that actually start? Do you know what I mean? It's like what constitutes being a true American in that mindset, considering it is a country of immigrants?
In this country,
yeah,
it just means
white. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
and honestly, what it means is it's not even white. It's middle to like lower economic status and white. That's what being a true American is. To most of like middle America or whatever, right? The disenfranchised white male, whatever they want to call themselves now, like even the rich, like white rich dudes, they'll support it because it's sort of supporting their vision of what the American dream is that anybody can get rich. As long as you work hard and like pull yourself up by your bootstraps, which is total bullshit.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's like a huge lie, but they believe it in their hearts. Those people, that's who the real, like, consider themselves real Americans. Everybody else
is just not,
including liberals, including like white people who are liberal, not real Americans. Like it's a very
they're not classified as real Americans by this
not considered real Americans. We're considered commie pinkos.
There has been like a incredible divide. Obviously a divide that has been driven by very specific figures for very specific reasons between, like, down the political aisles. Like, why would you ever fucking completely agree with anything a fucking political party has to say?
Right.
Well, I mean, when your education system is completely fucked,
Privatized and fucked,
yeah. I mean,
Everything's fucked.
how do you control a population?
But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's for sure. Like, I think this is a lesson learned through Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, appeal to the fucking meek, appeal to the poor and the downtrodden.
Mm.
And then once you have them fucking believing everything you say,
Then you can turn them loose. I mean,
Yeah.
that's essentially what, like, that's the fascist playbook,
Right.
right?
follow Jesus' lead.
Pit. Take the meek, pit them against each other, divide them, give them an other to be mad at,
Yeah.
and you're on your way.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what the right has done. I mean, they're literally following the fascist playbook step by step.
Do you think they're aware of it?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yes,
Interesting.
100%. Because the people who are driving it aren't the politicians. It's the one. It's the wealthy,
Mhm.
right? The corporate business owners who, want the agenda pushed in such a way so that they can acquire more wealth.
Mm.
And then it's the political ideologues on the right, places like the Heritage Center or the Heritage Foundation that want particular things in place from a ideological perspective, a far right ideological perspective,
Mhm.
that are then funding the politicians, right? They're the ones working behind the scenes to get these people elected. And then they're the ones who are actually writing the laws that they're handing to the politicians and saying, these are the laws we want you to go pass.
Yeah.
So
I heard someone say something recently that said democracy provides people with the tools of its own destruction and hopes
Yep.
that they don't use them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going, oh, yeah.
I mean,
That's very well put.
it really is striking that there hasn't been. What are you doing?
You're speaking?
It's striking that that there hasn't been another country since the United States that decided to implement the same political system that we have. Right? Like no other country that became a democracy, let's say in the 20th century, was like, oh yeah, let's have this like representative whatever republic thing with an electoral college and only two parties and blah 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 blah. Everybody went, that system is not great. Let's do what every other smart country does and set up a parliamentary system where you can have multiple parties and you can.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the world over. Like, there are more and more like far right leaning politicians being elected all over the place. Canada will do so shortly, and it's like, yeah, good job, geniuses. Go further right for the benefit of people.
I think though that is really, I mean, you know whose fault that is America's fault in the
Boris
80s.
Johnson. Oh,
It's America's fault in the 80s because America spent so much effort and money and blood pitting communism and socialism as the anti-democracy.
Yeah.
Right? And that it was never like socialism or communism is the anti-capitalism.
Yeah.
That wasn't the phrasing.
Which is like, that is what it was.
That is what it is.
Dissimilar to
their
capitalism.
economic systems.
Yeah, they're not fucking
not
political systems.
Right. But America did so much work to say that communism, socialism is the enemy of democracy, that other systems, like the whole world heard that for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
The Red Scare, dude.
Yeah, that you can't, like, essentially you don't have a choice at this point because like it's so frowned upon in the world. Like to want to be a socialist country or something like that, that you can't really engage that way. So it's not surprising that right wing is the thing that keeps happening, because there's nobody who wants to go out and go, oh, I'm a communist running for this thing, because nobody's going to vote for you.
An effective smear campaign.
Right. So, yeah, that's pretty fucked.
Are you seeing Fidel Castro? He's got missiles pointed at us and he's killing his own people. You want that, you commie bastard? Missiles and starvation? Vote for the Communist Party.
Yeah, that's essentially it. I think I want to, you mentioned in these notes in your description of this, it's no, it's not in your notes, it's in your sort of well written, like, hey, here's what I talked about in this song and why and how it worked and blah blah blah. You talked about now you may know that I'm Canadian and you're wondering what business I have critiquing American history. I just want to tell you that on the Rivet post on Prog Metal Reddit from 4 years ago, somebody wrote, what a shit band. Just a bunch of slack-jawed Canadians talking shit on America. Not art, just a bunch of angsty liberals crying.
Was it you?
No, it wasn't me.
It was me.
But I just thought that was fitting.
Yeah.
Because that's literally what people think.
Yeah. I mean, of course they do.
I think it's funny that they call you slack-jawed.
Yeah, that's a term that is almost exclusively used for Americans.
In the South.
Yeah. Slack-jawed yokel.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that was pretty funny.
Fuck them.
And kind of inevitable to some degree.
Yeah. I mean, I knew that was going to be the reaction of some people when I was writing the entire record, despite the fact that, like, it is overwhelmingly, like, it is a relatively positive take on American politic.
Yeah.
What does that say? Richard Fagundes.
What?
You heard him.
Did you get a message from Richard Fagundes?
Yeah, I got a message from Richard Fagundes about playing a show in Tilsonburg.
Oh.
And I'm going to do it.
Just you by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Where's
what are you going to sing?
You don't want to know.
Fair enough.
Wait. You don't know where Tilsonburg is?
I don't.
Why do you?
Because you've played many shows in Tilsonburg.
2?
Yeah, but they've been like in the last 2 years.
Somewhat recent, yes.
Yeah.
Then we're going back.
And I have no choice because I have to read all of the shows and the dates and all the stuff for this podcast.
That's true.
I know like all the towns you go to and all the venues you play at.
You should come to Tilsonburg, Fitzy, and Mailsy.
To me.
So again, where's Tilsonburg?
Don't worry about it.
I just gonna say I'm gonna go to the show. It's gonna be like a 12-hour drive.
It's not close.
It's not far.
Canada's big, man. You know
no,
that.
Tilsonburg's in Ontario.
It is.
Oh, it's on. Okay, that's not too bad.
Northern Ontario.
It is not in Northern Ontario.
It's 18 hours away.
It is. If you go to Ottawa, you've gone too far east and you're still too south.
Okay.
No, it's not there. It's west.
You guys are being so dodgy. Where this
it
place
west?
is? Sorry.
It is.
Jeez,
it's west of Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like out like London way.
Yeah, sort of. But just like on the border of Manitoba in Northern Ontario.
No.
I'm not going to Tilsonburg.
I'll never tell you exactly where it is. So
I've noticed an interesting corollary in America. That the same people who have become addicted to their their ignorance,
mm-hmm.
right? That there is this addiction to, I don't need to like school is bad and education and being smart is bad, and like these are the same people that are electing our current, our new president. But it's very funny that these are the same people that are most likely to be addicted to methamphetamine.
Is that true?
they're most likely to be addicted to opioids, right? It's the white, middle to lower class, working class, high school education, no higher than a high school education.
Yeah, but it's not their fault.
No,
Like,
it's not.
If that's true, which I'm not fucking willing to go on record as saying it is true, I would say it's not their fault. It's supposed to be that way.
Yeah,
Keep them dumb, keep them religious, keep them fucked up, and like they'll vote whatever way you want.
But
I think what's incredible about these people that despite the fact that the information that they're like immersing themselves in is widely fucking vitriolic and untrue by nature, they are doing an incredible amount of research, right? An incredible amount of research that these people who we are looking at as like unintelligent are out here doing. And if they were just fucking doing that same amount of research in the correct direction, correct, which they would take issue with, these would be incredibly intelligent people.
Yeah.
I have to wonder if is it an issue with school as an idea, or is it an issue with how schools teach in the moment? Like, are they demanding educational reform? Okay.
So it's a little bit of both. So one, it's essentially colleges for liberals.
Yeah, of course.
Right. And then the other piece of it is school for kids has become a battleground of the right. So every book that's on a shelf in a school library, every class that's being taught is being examined with a microscope, and at every possible chance to call something out as being against whatever the whitewashed version of whatever they perceive the world to be,
right,
is called out as this evil. It's evil. They're trying to, groom their children into being transsexual, pedophile terrorists.
We're just two guys on a bag trying to get by.
But I think what I was getting at is, if you think about things like conspiracy theory, right? The people who are prone to getting into conspiracy theory are the same people. It's essentially an addiction, right? Getting somebody out of that is as hard as getting somebody off of drugs, to try and break them from this, the conspiracy theory world that they've delved into. It's like mind-washing, brainwashing kind of stuff. That it's an escape, right? It's an escape from a reality in which they feel that the deck is stacked against them right now. And so the same thing with drugs, same thing with, like, all of these things are escapes from this perceived notion that the deck is stacked against them specifically, right? That Black Lives Matter and woke whatever and all of these things are specifically trying to take power and position away from this group of people. And it's I'm hoping that it's a certain point that they realize that they've just been added to the list of exploited groups by the system, right?
Unless fucking Joe Rogan or Jordan Peterson come out and tell them that, they're not gonna fucking figure it out.
But it definitely seems like that the, like, sort of American oligarch class has gone as far as they can and within the current boundaries up to this point, exploited women as much as they can, exploited immigrants as much as they can, exploited people of color as much as they can. And the next way to make more money is, well, let's exploit the middle class white people who have enjoyed privilege to date, right? Well, let's just add them to the exploited classes and take as much from them as we can. And it's I think that has to be jarring for people, right? But it also hopefully at some point come to a realization that the other exploited groups, people of color, LGBTQ, women, immigrants, that they're not the enemy, that we're all brothers in arms in being exploited. Yeah. And the enemy really is the oligarchs.
Yeah, the enemy is not side to side, it's up and down.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is where the fucking... It's not a fucking culture war, it's a class war. You just don't realize it's being waged upon you.
Yeah.
Yet.
When you said once I built a tower up to the sun.
Yeah.
Is that in Brother Can I Spare a Dime?
Yeah.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it wasn't specifically Trump Tower.
No, but it was apropos. And it also kind of referenced the Tower of Babel that was referenced in a song that didn't make the record.
Mm.
The tower built in defiance of God.
It was a terrible song.
Yeah.
You're ashamed of it, aren't you?
No.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is one of my least favorite songs.
Why?
Because of the chorus.
Just because it has the "Let's Make America Great Again"? Yeah. I know you were sort of disappointed in that. Like, afterwards, you were like, oh, I wish I kind of hadn't done that. But, like...
I feel that way strongly.
But for the people that know you guys and listen, like, your fans...
I don't think anybody's confused about the point. I just, like, that message is just... become... too strong. You know what I mean? Like, the MAGA message is too strong, and to do it even like fucking ironically in any way is just emboldening it. It's just like fucking helping to prop it up, and it just like it. Tim has talked about putting the song in the set for some upcoming stuff, and I just like,
please don't.
I kind of cringe, dude, because it's like,
you don't want an audience singing that.
Yeah, I don't. I don't want to sing that to an audience. I don't want an audience to sing it back to me, especially not now.
I never considered that this would be in a set.
Mm-hmm. I think it is, actually. I should I'll text him and say,
so that's an idea. You should rewrite this and re-release it as Brody's version.
Yeah.
Right? Like a Taylor Swift rewrite. And that's the lyrics that you get to sing on stage. Or, you know, you could just make up something different for live performances that you're like, I'm never going to sing those words out loud. Like, I don't want to be chanting that shit. Like, here.
It's okay. He didn't include it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't have to worry about it. We can just fucking...
All right.
I mean, it'd be kind of wild if an audience and the lead singer on stage just like on purpose just said absolutely nothing during that chorus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you're all just like,
cool.
No. The rest of the song is fine, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people come to shows specifically, I think, like, I mean, you had that one where were you? Where you were saying fuck Trudeau, and then you had to like stop and explain like why fuck Trudeau.
Yeah,
it's not for the reasons that these three guys think it is.
Yeah, well, because I was saying something. I was talking about fucking Gaza, and then some guy was like, "Oh, fuck Trudeau," and I was like, "Yeah, fuck Trudeau," and then a couple people clapped in a way that I didn't really like. And I was like, no. Like, you fucking dickheads think that, like, inflation and, like, housing, like, I know the first words out of their mouth would be housing. It's like, it's a provincial issue, you stupid fucking slackjaws.
We are not the same.
Yeah.
I have a game. You guys want to play a game? No?
I'm too scared. Yeah, I'll play a game.
It's a game about skyscrapers.
Oh.
You know, I learned a lot about scaffolding recently.
Why?
It's a racket.
Scaffolding is a racket?
Scaffolding is a fucking racket.
What were you having to scaffold?
No, I don't have to. New York City mostly is like tied up by organized scaffolding.
Okay.
Let me just say regarding Rivet,
Yeah.
it had a completely different ending.
I read about that.
You did?
Are you going to ever release it?
No. I've lost it.
You've lost.
It's been lost. Truk or Tony might know
Do you
where it
remember
is.
how? Do you remember how it went?
Do you?
I don't, but I'm thinking I might have the old scrap vocals somewhere on my computer.
Ooh.
I can take a look after, but I don't remember it either.
And well, we improvised the end of it in the studio. So like there wouldn't actually, because it was like a whole bunch of like falsettos, like flying falsettos and all sorts of cool stuff. And it was okay. It wasn't a very good ending for a record. It didn't have any of that fucking, I sold my kingdom for a song. Which actually was the last time I recorded for the record. And my son was homesick from daycare. And I finished that record with him in my arms.
Oh,
Isn't that nice?
that is nice.
Also, that lyric seems even more apparent now.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think that whole song, to some degree, has just gotten a new
More
depth. Yeah.
If we could just change the chorus completely.
You
Vow
know
of
the other
silence.
thing though, it's right. Like the idea behind the song is let's step out of history and give it some modern context,
Mm-hmm.
right? But 25 years from now, that song will be the history
Yeah, that
of today.
25 years from now, no one's going to fucking know that song exists. They're going to be like, Podcast The Hero, our favorite podcast, had a band?
Oh my god, I'm gonna be so old.
You're gonna be-
You'll
We're
be
gonna
like
have to do it. We're gonna
32.
have to start recording at like 5:45
Yeah,
because we're gonna be so old that it'll be bedtime.
our bag's going to be so deflated.
It's already deflating.
Yeah. We're going to have to put so much more fucking shit in
We
our
need
bag.
more stuff in that bag.
Yeah.
Milen, you look miserable.
Oh, I'm not.
Do you hate that bag?
I actually don't. It's
No,
actually really
I hope you
comfortable.
do.
It's quite nice.
I hope you walk away from this experience going, if we got to do this podcast from this beanbag from now on, I'm never coming back.
I think you actually got the beanbag in the beanbag. That's why you're so propped up.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think it's behind you. Yeah.
Right.
It's really the only stable spot. It's my microphone. It's making all sorts of crazy noise.
The first skyscraper in Canada was built in what city?
Toronto.
I'm going to say that's a trick question and say not Toronto.
So
All right,
Montreal.
here you go. Four choices. Winnipeg,
No.
Toronto,
Yes.
Ottawa,
No.
Hamilton.
Toronto.
I'll say Hamilton.
Winnipeg, the Union Bank building built in 1904
In
was the
what
first
world?
skyscraper. in
Winnipeg is a
Canada.
dump, and everybody knows that their hockey team is fucking bullshit.
They built underground. They didn't go up.
Yeah.
Why are the Winnipeg Jets the jet? Like, is Winnipeg? Do you have like an Air Force base there or something?
Maybe.
Why the Jets?
I don't know.
Never been.
You never been to Winnipeg?
No.
Sucks.
I almost went to the University of Winnipeg. Or no, University of Manitoba in Winnipeg. And then I
Oh
changed.
my.
Didn't I meet you for the
God.
first time in real life in Winnipeg?
No.
Where did we meet?
Alberta.
No,
Edmonton.
Edmonton. Same diff.
Edmonton rules.
Okay. What is the tallest skyscraper in the world?
It's in Dubai,
Yeah.
and it's called My Dick. No, I don't. Obviously, don't know.
Is it One World Trade Center
Ooh.
in New York? Is it the Burj Khalifa in Dubai?
Oh,
The Shanghai Tower in Shanghai?
I've seen that.
Or Petronas Towers in Indonesia?
Why'd you look?
Or Malaysia. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, why'd you look away when you said Indonesia?
I was trying to remember, but it's not Indonesia, it's Malaysia.
You didn't even write down the answers?
I did.
Oh, you didn't write down the words.
I didn't write. I just wrote down the names of the skyscrapers.
We're going to say it at the same time. Dubai.
The Wiz Khalifa in Dubai.
That is correct. How many of the world's 95 tallest buildings are in China? Is it 30,
Ooh.
10,
Ooh.
50 or 90?
Holy
The 95 tallest buildings in the world. How many of them are in China?
It stands to reason that like there's 5 really tall buildings that are in the tallest buildings in the world elsewhere.
At least.
Well, at least that, then you're going to lead down to another answer. What I'm saying is like, in the conversation about tallest buildings in the world, there's a reason that there's like 5 that are like super tall and not in China.
Right.
I think it's 90.
What were the options?
30?
30, 10, 50, or 90?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I'll say 90.
You're going to say 90?
Yeah.
90. Final answer.
It's 50.
You fucking piece of
God
shit. You
damn.
you fucker. I'm fucking convinced. I just thought.
Of the world's tallest buildings, only those 95 world's tallest buildings, only one is in Africa. Which country is it in?
South Africa. Cape Town, to be specific.
You know exactly.
Yeah.
I'll trust your judgment. I'll agree with him. I've never been. I have no idea.
So your options are South Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, or Egypt.
Egypt.
The pyramids in Egypt.
How tall are they, though? I thought they're short and fat, like Fritzy's dick. Just kidding. I'm so sorry, Fritzy. I didn't mean that.
Tuna can.
Oh my god, a tuna can is so short
Got a little
and so fat. I always thought a chode was the space between your balls and ass.
No, a chode is
That's a gooch.
That's the gooch. The chode is the tuna can. It's the.
Well, when people call me Road the Chode, they're talking about the gooch. They should call me Rooch the Gooch.
You're talking about the
Yo,
gooch?
Rooch.
What?
I'm talking about the gooch. From now on, I want you guys to call me Rooch the Gooch.
Done.
Yo, Rooch. Roochie.
Rucci.
Roochie the Gucci. Oh, Gucci. That's fucking Gucci over there. Why you call him Gucci? We're Gucci? No, because he's Rooch the Gooch.
The dude has the longest gooch you've ever seen.
That's why we call him Gucci.
Cheesy gooch.
Cheesy gooch. You sticking with South Africa?
Oh, God, yeah. I think.
I'll agree. I have no idea.
It's Egypt.
Oh, what the fuck?
Had to be. Yep.
There you go.
Chodes count too, even as buildings.
Yeah.
Did you do a gift?
I did, but it's upstairs and I forgot it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do yours.
Milan, you fucking talk to him for a bit. I'll go get my
Yeah, that's no problem.
cry pad.
Yeah, my
Cry pad is pretty good. So Fritzy,
Yeah,
why do you only message me on holidays?
because that's the only time I message anyone besides Rhodey. I'm the worst.
No, not at all. It just made me laugh.
I'm such a bad person.
For reference, I got a message from Fritzy on Christmas, and the last message he had sent to me was from
the
Christmas
previous
last year.
Christmas. Yeah.
And I've totally done that to people before. I just
do it
wanted to
to
rip it to
everyone, and it's like, it's the most depressing part about the holidays. It's like, I should send everybody a message. And then I go in and see how many of them I hadn't messaged in an entire year, and I'm like, I'm a bad friend.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I'll make it even worse. Last summer, I went to Detroit for the first time.
Yeah.
And
Didn't even call me.
I didn't even call you. I didn't even tell you I was there. One,
No,
I didn't even know
this-
you were nearby. I had no idea.
This is Rhodey's Christmas present.
Okay. Oh, that
I still haven't put it in the mail. This is my gift to him from Christmas that I have not mailed to him yet. It's just sitting here on my desk.
I mean,
I'm not a good friend.
I don't think so. You guys do this
No,
once
it's
a
true.
week. That shows.
I walked through his
commitment.
house with no shoes and no
I'm
socks.
living here
barefoot.
for 3 days a week for weeks. You think
I
I'm
know.
walking around?
God.
with
Cage
socks
says
on
you're
all
the
time?
worst.
Absolutely.
Says you're like the worst house guest.
I must be.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't do my dishes.
You don't?
All I do is booze.
They let you have dishes?
I
They
haven't
didn't let
even
me
started-
have dishes. I had to eat out of my hands.
I was eating out of Leia's bowl. Listen, I've been here for like a month and a half. I still haven't hit record once on the session.
Brody thinks everything's so good. He's like, oh, I can't wait for the guys to hear this stuff. And you're like, I don't know where the record button is.
Yeah,
Don't
actually,
tell
the
me.
guys were here the other day listening to what we did, and I literally just ran it through AI with the lyrics, and it just turned out perfectly.
Oh, I fucking love it.
Yeah, it sounds so
honestly,
good.
this will be the part of the pod that people are the most concerned about.
I know.
Because it's like, what? You're talking about new stuff?
Oh.
New music? New protest stuff?
Jesus
Whoa.
sniping me with a Nerf gun. I'm not sure if you got that bullet on camera, but this thing is wicked. Hootie shot me in the eye with it the other day.
Good.
And then
Is he a good shot?
No, he's not a good shot. But he's learning. He's learning.
He's learning.
All right.
Welcome back, Cheese.
Thank you so
Hey,
much.
Cheese.
Actually, that was the second one I shot at you.
You know, you shot me a
I missed it, and then
How long were you on the floor for?
I had to go back upstairs and get another bullet because it's a one shot. It's a one shotter.
How much of that did you hear?
I heard you've been living here for 3 days a week and don't do your dishes.
Yeah.
So everything.
Yeah.
So you've heard everything.
Is that all it was?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, big whipping cushions. Here it is, a JPEG. See if I can't just send it to you from here.
So I sent you mine. And I can start if you'd like.
Why doesn't it ever put you on? What's your phone number? Say it out loud.
Here, dox yourself. Go
There
right
we-
ahead.
There we go. There we go. It's sent right to you.
There we go. Oh, what is this?
So that is Spook and Fritz after 4 years of the Trump administration. He's had a rough couple of 4 years.
Oh, my hair is falling out. My eyebrows.
The
Yeah.
mustache is so good, though.
Oh my god.
He
The
just
lines under my eyes
looks like he's seen some stuff.
are so ragged.
Hey, Tootie's got my name tattooed on his chest. Dad, there's something in the pool. What is it? How is this me? Why do I have dicks and shit tattooed on my fucking legs? What the
The
fuck?
light doesn't work.
Oh, look at the undies, dude. Ew.
The pee stain on the tidy whities is great.
Why is my fucking hair so blonde? I'm not blonde like that.
Yes, you are.
What is it, Dad? Or what is it, Tootie? A huge animal. Don't look it in the eye. Why not? It's hippopotamus. Yeah, when you hold things up to your camera, it's blown
You
out
can't
as
see
fuck.
anything 'cause
Yeah.
it's all blown out because of my light.
Yeah. You got to use a bad light like us.
Yep,
I
yep.
can't.
Makes us look red and dark.
I can't do anything because, like, if I do it, it requires me to unhook all kinds of stuff, and I don't want to.
I don't like what you've done with my tattoos, Fritzy.
It's an
not?
inevitability of your arms getting blacked out.
Yeah. Or the color of my
You
hair.
have tattoos. I think one of them is jizz. There's a dick and balls. There's a poop.
Which one is jizz? Most of it just
I
looks
think
like blood.
Isn't there a white one on your arm? I think
Yeah.
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 I really don't like the feet.
your feet.
I
They're
see
disgusting.
you have trouble drawing feet from a forward
Front.
perspective, yeah.
Yes,
They're
I
jacked.
spent all of 2 minutes drawing the feet.
Why didn't you just like Google?
How to draw feet?
Yeah.
Because I didn't care.
Why? You've put such great effort into this.
Not really.
It looks like you have.
No, your feet were used to be inside the house, and so there weren't feet.
Oh.
And then I thought maybe I should put his feet outside.
What am I drinking?
Some sort of cocktail with a pineapple on the rim.
I like pineapple.
Yeah, some sort of summery cocktail. to go along with your Hawaiian shirt and your
I like Hawaiian shirts, and I love
and your
bucket hats.
hat and your pee pants.
Is that pee or cum?
Is pee.
Not a lot of pee.
Could be both.
No.
Yeah.
It just meant your underpants are dirty. You've been wearing that same pair of underpants for days.
It's
I have,
thick
yes.
pee.
Oh, just thick pee. What's this on my upper thigh?
I don't know. Tattoos, I think.
Oh. I don't like this.
I know. It was all because I thought of the hippopotamus, and I had to somehow make a hippopotamus.
Ah. You had to shoehorn it into a...
Yeah.
I do like this, Fritzy.
No, you don't. It's okay.
No, I do.
It's very bad.
It's not.
It's not.
It doesn't look like me at all.
Yes, it does. It looks exactly like you.
Yes, it does. You're
When I
right.
close my eyes, that's what I see.
That upsets me. This looks like an albino black man.
I was also going to say it looks like the whites of your eyes are black,
That's true. But have you ever
which I
seen?
like.
Have you ever seen a black person that is albino?
Yes.
This is what they look like Brother Ali.
It looks exactly like you.
Have you ever seen Brother Ali?
No.
There's no flash photography at his shows.
Why not?
It hurts his eyes.
Oh.
He's albino. Is albino offensive?
I don't know. I've also never met someone who is albino. I don't think so, anyway.
You don't think you've met them, or you don't think it's offensive?
The first one.
Oh, the former.
I don't know about the second.
It feels like it's named after Albania.
It's just a
Wouldn't it then be
singular
Albano?
Albanian person.
Wouldn't it be Albano? And if it was Albanian, Merg is going to come after you.
Well, here's the thing about racism, Fritzy. You don't have to care that much about the pronunciation of a place. It's actually a little more racist if you get it wrong.
Right. My favorite thing.
Sorry, that's not racism, by the way. That's bigotry.
Oh,
Because it's not about race. It's about nationality.
Hmm.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misspoke. Sorry, guys.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
My favorite part of that was when I thought to put your name on Hootie's chest.
I like that.
Mm.
I think that's pretty solid.
In fact, I'm going to take him in and get that done to him.
You should.
No, he has a very low pain threshold. He's a boy.
Well, that's how you teach him to have a high pain threshold. Put him through pain.
Okay.
What my father did for me.
I'd like to end by reading you some Klingon phrases and seeing if you can guess what they mean.
Oh, no.
Okay. Jiwook.
Gee
That's
whiz.
it.
Oh, wait,
That's
no, there
it?
might actually be more to it. Let me see,
Oh.
sorry. Nope, that's it. Jiwook.
I'm hard.
I have a headache.
Oh.
Oh, this is a good one. We actually had this on a t-shirt once. We printed this on a t-shirt. It says, Vek Dooj Ak Dooj Liji.
The mountain is a mountain,
Your ship
dude.
is a garbage scow.
What?
Yeah, your ship is a garbage scow.
But the word is in there twice. It's the same word. So it says, so essentially it says your ship is a garbage ship.
Hmm.
Don't pretend to know how Klingon works. Do you speak Klingon?
No. Just
Then don't question the dictionary.
Well,
This is lore.
Let me look it up. It might be just because it's the dooj, right? It's the dooj
Yeah.
part that was in there. That's a prefix. It's a prenominal prefix, I believe. All right, let's try one more. Nin are we gaj?
Oh boy. Eat shit and go fuck yourself?
That's right.
Ding ding.
you can also pick a picture from your.
Is he she?